Hi, it's Krista at The Secret Yarnery. Welcome to Crochet Podcast, episode 174. Thanks so much for inviting me over. It is the beginning of November 2025. I am super excited. I feel like crochet season is in full swing. There are so many projects to make. Let me know what you're hooking on in the comments and what you want to be hooking on. If there's a tutorial you'd like or anything like that, let me know in the comments. I have been crocheting up a storm, although I did take a bit of a break because, drum roll, I got a new puppy. Now, I know I got a lot of dogs. This is number 6. However, it is one of my bucket list dogs, Cane Corso puppy. I love him. I couldn't say no. I'm like, oh, you know what I mean? I had to. So that took a definite week off of my crochet journey because I was puppying. I do believe in firmly raising a puppy, like spending all the time with them so that they know the rules sooner, better, faster. You know, they learn a lot and they end up being better dogs in the future. Plus, it's going to be a big dog. So I have been with him all the time. I was going, I don't know where I was, went to pick the kids from soccer or something like that. And they were like, Mom, you got dirt on your face. Or no, Mom, what's that in your face? And I was like, oh, like probably dirt, right? And they're like, Mom, it's grass. I had a paw print on my face, textured like mud with grass stuck in it. In public, that's my lifestyle. Shoes, hot mess, just like mud, top to bottom. So today I'm feeling pretty freshened up. Very nice to hang out with you. Puppy's outside. He's just had his second breakfast, so he's outside playing with his toys. I will bring him up later. You can see him. I'll change my outfit. All my linen dresses are in the laundry. Imagine. Because what? Yeah, puppy. Just like mud, mud, mud. Anyway, I'm super in love. We're definitely having a puppy moon, and I have been crocheting a little bit. You are going to love it. So starting with finished objects, now that we've got the big news out of the way, you saw last week we had the gorgeous and fabulous Santa hat pattern came out. So it is just with chenille yarn. You could use worsted weight acrylic if you didn't have chenille, but chenille makes it super squishy. And ultimate pom-pom. So it's a no shred pom-pom. So that is all part of the tutorial. Super easy Santa hat. You can make it any size. I show you how to measure in the tutorial, as well as give you a starting chain guide for the different sizes. And really fun and easy. Now, I did not do that in order. This was last week. This was a week before. This is my crochet brain. It matches my dress. One of my crochet brains. This is another one of my crochet brains. And I have one in the jar. So this was just a really fun project I made for Halloween, or just, I kind of always wanted a pickled brain. You don't know you wanted a pickled brain until you're like, oh, I can have a pickled brain. Yeah, who doesn't want a pickled brain? So I love it. These are just extra ones. This has a soft, like a very small metallic thread in it. And this is the one I made in the tutorial, so you can see the colors. And this is the first one that we made into a dust bunny. Well, not really a dust bunny. We made it into a half brain, but I put eyes on it. So that was, this was the start of it. It didn't work out, but it did get, where's the next one? Oh, I did an orange one next, and then the beige one. I wanted it to look like a pickled brain, drained. So that was really fun for Halloween. Now coming up this weekend, also finished object, shut your eyes, what is Christmas wreath so you need yarn, and this is just an embroidery ring, and you just cover it with yarn and then put the wreath on. Really easy to do. If you can chain stitch, you can make it. And I show you even how to attach like a little key ring, so you can just always hang it up. I do want to make some decorations for it, some crochet decorations. What should we make for it? I'm imagining a really big pink bow. Haven't done it yet, but this tutorial to make the wreath is coming out this weekend. Also, you can make it any size. This is a 9-inch ring. This is a 10-inch ring. You could make it any size you like. You just count how many stitches you do around your ring and then multiply and chain until you have that many done. Easy way to do it is just using stitch markers. So you need a whole bunch of stitch markers or a whole bunch of scraps of yarn, and really easy to do. Nothing hard about it. I should actually go get that to show you. Let me actually go get it to show you because I've been working on a crochet wreath for years and it's just been too difficult, too much work. I don't want to make individual leaves. I don't want to I just want it to be easy and fun. And this is exactly what I want it to be like. Easy, fun, beginner friendly, looks fantastic, any size, any yarn. I use 3 different shades of green for mine, but instead of using that lighter kind of Kelly green, you could use a forest green to make it darker. You could use all the same color yarn, but I just figure if you're using 3 strands, pick some shades that you love. Would also be great in metallic. What if you did it in silver, gold, and white for New Year's? Right? Let's just say possibilities are endless. What if your name started with an O? You could just do your initial. I'm not even joking. Anyway, I love it. Let me get my original fail so you can just have a good laugh, heckle, it's fine. Won't hurt my feelings. I'm coming back. This is as far as I got. It was just so difficult, working into these stitches around the ring. I think I also did single crochet for this one. No, it's just not on. So working into these stitches is just unpleasant. It was not a good experience for me. I think I also made I even started to do that ripple thing. Also unpleasant to do, not fun. So got it figured out. Only took a year, but you're going to love it. So any size, I'd love to make a big one like this. I'd love to do one with some sparkle in there, like 1 strand of silver or silver and gold and green. You could make it as fancy as you like. So don't keep your mind stuck on it has to be realistic. It could also be a fantasy wreath. So that tutorial is coming out on Sunday. And you're going to love it. So definitely check it out. Now on to some of my favorite things that I have been enjoying in this past week or weeks. Starting off with puzzles. We have been doing puzzles. We've had a house guest over. So we started out with some 500-piece puzzles and they were so fun to do. And it's a good way to kind of get everybody involved and have people feeling comfortable and welcomed and at home if everyone's participating in a puzzle. Or it's not mandatory, but it's something to do, like an icebreaker kind of thing. So we started out with the 500s. They were going pretty quick. So we moved on to the 1000s. And I have a couple of this style where it's film roll going back. I think one is just Nemo. And then this one is Pixar, Disney Pixar. So it's different movies that kids might recognize. And it's a really fun It was a fun puzzle. It took about a day or so, day and a half, a weekend. It's a weekender. And then we went through so many, and I have a bunch of puzzles, not that many. We're reducing in puzzles. I think I have to make an order. But we have unused puzzles, brand new, wrapped, haven't touched them yet. This being one of them. Now, I got this on sale on Amazon. It was $11.99, and you can see why. It's as hard as it looks. It was pretty bad. So started with the ocean, that 2-color change, and then did the water in the center. I did the sky. The sky was easier than the rocks. The rocks were a nightmare. So this took over a week. This one was a doozy. And it broke Janae's confidence. She's like, I don't even know if I want to do puzzles anymore because you pick up a piece, you're like, that has to be the one. Absolutely wrong. There's so many different bits and bobs in these rocks. So we finished it. We had to go by shape of puzzle, literally just what shape is it? Anyway, We're not doing this puzzle again in the near future. Until maybe if there's like a puzzle person comes over so good at puzzles, we'll be like, here you go, do this one. This one it's tricky. It was tricky. Now we have been cleaning the house. I'll be telling you more about that, but we have officially started Christmas puzzle. This is our first Christmas puzzle of the year. And of course, this is my favorite brand, Ravensburger. I buy them from Amazon and just ship them over. Anyway, we're working on this one. This is a bit tricky. The edge is tricky because it's all the same. So we kind of have to start with the second row. There's a little thin line of red. We start with a line of red and then work in and out from there. But it's fun. There's lots of colors inside. It's a fun kind of get the Christmas feeling going on. Now, let me tell you why we started Christmas. Cleaning the house. So, y'all know I've been not showing you my floor. I can show you my floor now. Spotless. I'm actually going to take you on a yarn tour next week. You're going to love it. So, I've cleaned the yarnery. It took, obviously, months. Took forever. I also cleaned upstairs, downstairs, all the way around, especially now to make room for the puppy upstairs and downstairs. There's also a boy in boarding school, so all of his things from boarding school because now school's closed. It's a huge box. It's actually the box that my stove came in, my oven. So it's huge. That had to go into the garage. No space in the garage. Don't want to clean out the garage to reorganize to stack the garage. That's like not what I'm doing right now. So I'm like, look at that space where the Christmas tree is. Brought the Christmas tree into the house, put the box of boarding stuff where the Christmas tree used to be. So that was a good swap. Then we're like, well, wouldn't it be a fun thing to do this weekend is pop up the Christmas tree? Kids are old enough, they should be able to do it. Do you know what I mean? I've done the Christmas tree forever. That's what I do. So this year I'm like, the kids could do it. Like, let me just sit back. I'll tell them how to kind of do it, and then I'm just going to wait. I mean, what's going to happen? It's November. There's no rush. I don't have to come in and be like, fix it tonight. I don't even need the Christmas tree up. So I let the kids do it. Lo and behold, they got it up. It was a little bit weird. It was a little bit like hit or miss in places. It wasn't the way I would totally do it. It worked, and I didn't have to do it. So I love it. It was great. Then I remembered last year. Now, if you've been watching for a while, if you've been watching for years and years and years, you will know I'm a massive Christmas person. It is the funnest holiday for me. And it started because I used to not like Christmas at all. From like a divorced family, Christmas was so miserable. I used to just cry. It was horrible. I'd go to someone else's house for Christmas. Like it wasn't good. Till I realized, I think I was 23. I realized if I do Christmas awesome. So I just started doing Christmas. I think I was 19. I was exaggerating. So when I was 19, I started doing my own Christmases. Since then, I just do massive Christmases, and it is so fun. I love it. So I get people that don't enjoy it. I was there also. But now I'm like, it's like a recovered smoker. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, oh my gosh, I love Christmas. So Christmas is everywhere, but not yet. I know it's not Thanksgiving from where you are, but I've always wanted Christmas lights. You can't get, I did buy Christmas lights here one year, and they burnt my tree, which makes me think they're not safe, right? So I'm not buying Christmas lights here. I buy them from the West. I ship them over. But the problem is I got really cute like globy ones or like white globes, and they kind of like change color through a set series of colors. But it doesn't go with every theme. Like if you wanted to do, like you can't make them go white. They're always multicolored, which is great unless you want to do like silver and white and then you have multicolored lights. It's like, no, it's not what I wanted. So what I wanted was the twinkle, twinkle, or the govy. I want string lights that you can control from your phone to do whatever they want to do. I think I did originally want Twinkie. You know the ones, Twinkly? You know the ones, the fancy ones. Wanted them forever, years and years. Every Christmas comes and goes. I'm like, I'm going to do it this year. And there's no money. I can't afford it. You know, with 4 kids, Christmas, there's a lot of things. And you always want for your kids, right? So Christmas lights, back of the burner. Last year, Boxing Day, the Glovy version were on sale. Sensible. I think we got like 300 lights for $150 or something like that. Like it still wasn't cheap. But I was like, just do it now. Just do it now. So I did. Now I got 3 sets for my big tree. My tree is large. I've always been looking to replace it. This year, my daughter was like, no, you're not replacing it. When you get rid of this tree, you're giving the tree to me. This is the tree. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I didn't know the kids liked it so much. It's 9 feet tall by 5 feet wide. If you're Canadian, it is from when the Hudson Bay Company closed down. It was the last, I want to say like 2003, 2002, somewhere over there, 2004, around there. So I brought it to Kenya in 2004. So this big old tree, it is solid. You can't see inside it. You can't, like, it is a solid, it's gorgeous, a solid Christmas tree. So that was, it's like, it's great. But I'm just, you just want a new tree. You know what I mean? So anyway, Tania actually sat me down. She's my 16-year-old daughter, and she's like, absolutely not. And if you do get a new tree, you're giving this tree to me. And I'm like, okay, you can have the tree, right? No problem. So got the tree up. So anyway, wanted the Christmas lights, got the Christmas lights. Remembered I had the Christmas lights. I'm like, oh, because you don't even have to put Christmas lights. You're putting the Christmas lights on. Don't get me wrong. But you don't have to make them Christmassy. Because the Glovey lights, which gets me to, let me show you. Which gets me to number 2 of my favorite things are these. I'll link them down below on Amazon. Check for when they're on sale. It's not pleasant, but totally worth it. You can get smaller sets. This is the 300s. So I got 3 sets with green for downstairs. And then I went back, being like OCD like me, and got a white set. I imagine a white tree here or a white tree there. There's going to be a white tree. Maybe the white tree is going to be right here. I've wanted it forever. I know the tree I want. It's just white, and it has a little bit of opalescent tendrils on it. So it's a little bit of fire and ice white. So not standard, dull, matte white. It has some sparkle, a sparkle white Christmas tree. That's what I want. About a 6-foot sparkle white Christmas tree for the Yarnery with the lights, programmable. So I got, with the white for my white tree that I do not own. But they're waiting for me to own the tree. The other good thing about it, I should show you that too. They come with, let me tuck that shut. They come with the reel. So when you're putting them on and taking them off, you don't have to like wrap them around a box or a piece of cardboard or whatever. Right back on the reel. They're flat, no knobbly bits. It's just a string. The lights are stuck inside the wire. And you can program them to do anything. They undulate, they change colors. You can pick the colors, you can change the colors. You can tell it to do what to do, or you can pick from a plethora of pre-designed themes, which is where we're at. There's so many to pick from. Plus you can time them. So my lights go on at 5:30 in the morning and turn off at 8:30, and then 5 p.m. until 10 p.m. at night. I love it. You can change, anyway, it's just so good. I'm gushing because I love it. I'm so happy. So right now we have, I think it's called Romance. Oh, it's pink and purple, and it kind of just moves across like if you were looking into like a pool, and you know how the water kind of goes like that? It goes like that, but all over your tree, color changing. I love it. It doesn't say Christmas to me. It just says beautiful. I love it. You can also do like the rainbow up and down. I'll show you what it looks like with a few different options. Now, underneath the tree there are all of the boxes that I own to keep the puppy from underneath the Christmas tree. So we're just kind of, every time we get a box, we throw the boxes underneath there to kind of build it out so that the dog loses interest in the fabulous color-changing Christmas tree. So those are my favorite things right now. Definitely keep an eye out for them. Whatever's on sale, Ravensburger 1,000 piece. I make sure it's by brand, and then I sort lowest to highest, because even that crazy one for $12 was worth it. It did amuse all of us, a little frustrated, but it did amuse us for a good solid week and a half. And of course, keep an eye on the Glovey lights when they are on sale, or any string lights. They have curtain lights. They have so many things. I love their products. So solid choice. Keep an eye out for those. Now next, here's a question for you. Do you have an artificial Christmas tree, or do you have a real Christmas tree? If you do a real Christmas tree, how big is the trunk? And now I'm saying this because of my whip. I'm not going to show you. It's a surprise. But I'm working on a Christmas tree skirt. Right now I have a perfect one for artificial Christmas trees. So I also want to make a version for real Christmas trees, but how big do you think the trunk is? Like 6 inches across, or should it be a drawstring so it can cinch? What is your opinion about that? If you get real Christmas trees, approximately how big is the trunk these days? I haven't seen a real Christmas tree in like 25 years. So I'm going from memory, and I'm just going to guess it's like that. That's what I'm going to guess. Am I wrong? Correct me in the comments. And if you have any tips or suggestions for getting organized, crocheting bigger, better, faster, or just staying motivated during crochet projects, let me know in the comments under this video, and I'll include it in an upcoming video. So now, if you are part of the live chat last week, and probably the week before, you'll know that I planted some new trees outside. I planted a strangler palm, no, what is it? Strangler fig. It's called a magumo tree here. I also planted, I call it a monkey tree, you call it something else. And I planted a jacaranda. And I planted it's going to come to me, gardenia. And I planted a grafted lemon tree. So let's pop outside. I'll show you my new garden. It's not new, but it's evolving. My evolved garden. And then we'll pop back up. So let's go check the garden. Where I'm going to start. Oh my gosh, I got fish. I forgot to tell you about the fish. Okay, so I got fish. Apparently, because I've been outside now with the puppy so much. Mosquito bites. Dude, like you got to stop. If you're worried about malaria, we don't have malaria here. We're at high elevation, which is why Nairobi's so fantastic. But it also means what is going on. So I bought a bunch of fish for our ponds, 120 or something. Anyway, let me spin you around and take you on a tour. Can you see our terrapin? I don't think you can right now. He is down. His name's Tang. He was a baby, now he's huge. And I think you might be able to see some of the fish in there. Maybe over that side. They're called fancy guppies. They're not that fancy, but they're fish, and they eat mosquito larvae. So I'm into it. So they're in there with the mosquitoes. I think that's where they're coming from. Our birds have left. All the weaver birds have gone. Now we just have our regular ones left. We have some pin-tailed whitas. We have some weaver birds. We have some red-crested finches, I want to say. I don't know my birds. There's a black guy in there. Don't know if you could see. Way over there. They're around. Oh, they're so cute, right? So, but not the big collection we used to have. These are my lanterns. They're supposed to be on a stick in the ground, regular kind. So I just made a little crochet macrame hook style to hang them from my trees. If you want a tutorial for that, let me know, because that is also a game changer. Like, it's so much easier. Okay, so there's my terrapin and fish. My purple flower trees, look how great they are. Look how big this guy's grown. Oh, these are our ditch fish. They're tilapia from the ditch. Their water's getting changed today, so it's a bit low, obviously, but they're in there at the bottom. They're quite big, but just regular old tilapia. Swing, it's out of position. It should move a bit this way, but it's all right for now. It's old. Oh, I had this built. It used to just have like a fabric sling for the cushions to sit on. So I just had a metal thing built and stuck on and painted, because now you don't need a cushion. I should have done that when I got it. Anyway, this is our berm. This is my pride and joy. This is where we have been gardening the most. Where I come and film. I film like finished objects and stuff out here. Look at that back there. Isn't that great? I'm so happy with it. We're like, put the red at the back. It's like hot pink. Isn't it so good? Oh, I gotta get a bit back to see the big tree. there. That's the berm. These trees, I don't know what they are, but bees love them. Bees really love those. So those are for the bees. This one here is orange, and that one makes white flowers. Oh, you can see both. There's white flowers and there's the orange flowers up there. I don't know what this is, but I love it. Look how great they are. There's a lot of these. We actually took some babies from this. They grow on the ground, like they make a root and then another one comes up. You can kind of see over here. Now, if you're a gardener, you're no better than me. I'm not a gardener. But see how this stalk comes out? That is like an offspring. See, it goes all the way back, making babies as it goes. So we took one of those, like a root with some leaves on it. And that's this guy over here. It didn't even like wilt or anything. It just grew. Yeah, this guy. This is a baby from that one. So we just put it on the other side. And it's growing like nuts, right? Super happy. So those are my favorite trees, I think, of all times. Of all time. I don't know what tree this is. I was always hoping it's avocado, but we've never gotten avocados from it, and it's probably not avocado. And then this is one tree, by the way, just from that big root. It was here when we moved in. It was covered up with weeds, like weeds have grown over top of it. So we had to like rip out all the weeds and like let it be a plant. Because isn't that fantastic? I think they call it elephant ear. I don't know, but it's huge. Like there's my hand and there's the leaf. It's massive. So this is Mir's first swing. I got it for $20 at the grocery store. No swing on it anymore. It has been 2 decades. But now it's like a little archway. So in my mind, one day planting vines and then we can kind of like walk down through there. This is my compost heap, not that exciting. We're planting in front of it all these kind of plants. We're going to build like a wall. So you won't be able to like see in. It'll be a bit of like a green fence here. But for right now, no. This is my bamboo. Look how much it grew from this little guy. That's the bamboo. Wild, right? Really nice for shade. Oh, it's over here too. So loving that. Oh, now here in the middle, this tree gets very large and it lives for 500 years. You can't plant it near your house because it will break your foundation. But this is the magumo, so we planted it out in the corner of the garden. Not too close to anything, so it can still be happy without disturbing anything. But this is the strangler fig. That's what it is, strangler fig. So it's a baby, but it's happy already. And my honeysuckle and bougainvillea combo on the walls, coming in nice. That's my husband home already. That's early. Now here's another magumo. This one I'm leaving in the pot. They come in bags like that. They're from construction, like concrete sacks or sand sacks or whatever. Gardeners just use them, fill them with dirt, and those are our plant pots. So it's going to stay. I'm going to get a bigger pot for it, but it's going to stay to get planted if I ever own my own land. I'm not sure what that one is. That's not mine. Oh, here's our big Christmas tree. So I could go back. It's big. Bigly. There's that one. And then on this side is our baby jacaranda. This takes a long time to grow or a long time to flower, but that makes purple flowers that drop. It like rains purple flowers. It's pretty great. These will make flowers eventually. I don't know what happened to this section, but something. That's our compost that's leaving. And then this is the other tree. It makes gorgeous, bougainvillea, by the way. Isn't that everything? Totally. So this tree here, we just planted. It's a 2-meter tree. And it makes really gorgeous pink flowers. It reminds me of Alberta roses. It's not Alberta roses, but reminds me. And then all the way up, it has these big thorns. So you can't climb it. They're sharp. You see that? They're sharp, and eventually they should be everywhere, going all the way up. So that will be happening, and it'll grow about 2 stories. So it'll cover up the neighbor's house with big pink flowers. So they see pink flowers, and I see pink flowers. Oh, next we did this. This looks like a hot mess, but we have a plan. So we put in this tough grass. Well, we leveled it so the net is flat, or the ground's flat for the net, and then we replanted grass. So we'll see that next time. Oh, and this line, we also put our recycled water, like a line all the way through to the parking, so we can wash cars with recycled water, not fresh water. And then that's it. Oh, we should walk on the pathway. You'll love it. Okay, so back over here. Now, here is our walkway. It's so lovely. And it's very shady. Look how the shade is. It's perfect. Walk by the fish. Hi, fish. There's Oscar. Hi, Oscar. He's our resident male. He got a wash. That's why he looks so sparkling. You look sparkling, Oscar. Yeah, you look sparkling. He's territorial. He wants the camera out of his area. Don't you, Oscar? Where's Marv? Where's Marv? Okay. So that's Oscar. Dog water. And then we just walk all the way. There's lanterns. And we just keep going. This is my laundry areas back there, like my utility area. All this is coming up quite nice. This is a hibiscus, but it isn't as happy as that hibiscus. I wanted matching hibiscus. And then, of course, our outdoor dining area, which I could have tidied up to show you, but I didn't. And then that's the garden. So I hope you enjoyed that tour. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Let's pop upstairs. So I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments under this video. And have a super great day. Stay hooked. Nice sitting, I'm telling you. Okay. I don't feel like I'm in front of the camera. Go that way a bit. Do you hear construction next door? I apologize if you do. They have been redoing their floors. I think that's a floor sander you might hear. Thanks so much for inviting me over. Is it echoey in here? I cleaned my room. I feel like it is so echoey. Maybe I shouldn't have cleaned my room. Okay, anyway. What should I start with? So, So with all that cleaning going on, I also have all of my, let me start again. Move the puzzles down. And if you have any suggestions for staying organized with crochet or staying motivated, let me know in the comments. Don't you love it when a microphone doesn't record? I know. On a good note, it made a lot more sense. Because I forgot about my glowy lights till the very end the first time. So at least it kind of went together a little better, right? Anyway, off to find that puppy. Stay hooked.